I'm not going to stand behind here because I like to be up and about and in y'all's face talking. So thank you for the speakers that came before me because you set the atmosphere for the energy to be here. So they said I was supposed to talk about teen and gang violence, but I'm not. I am, but I'm going to talk about teen dating domestic violence and the prevalence that it has in our community from Rockmart, where we are. So thank you, Pastor Davis, and thank you for the invite, St. Paul. But I just wanted us to, let's go back, all of us, to when we were teenagers, okay? Everybody's got to imagine with me. Go back to when you was a teenager, 13, 14, 15. You thought you were cute, and you had your first boyfriend or girlfriend. Let's go there, okay? See, I see Miss Sadie. She already went back, didn't you, Miss Sadie? Are you still there now? Okay. So okay, in all seriousness, let's go back to when we were a teenager and we got our first boyfriend or girlfriend. Now, for me, I didn't get my first one until I got in college. So y'all's thought process might be different from mine, but as we're there, was our girlfriend or our boyfriend, were they the most important person in our life at that moment, right? And for the majority of us, we really thought that we were going to marry them. And for me, I'm glad I didn't marry my first boyfriend in college. You are too young, but I'm glad I didn't marry my first boyfriend. But nevertheless, I thought that he was God's gift to women. He was the love of my life. He was 6'7", and I had to look up at him. But I found out shortly that he wasn't the one for me. And we all have to find that out. Granted, I didn't find that out through physical abuse, but I found out through emotional and verbal abuse that he wasn't the one for me. So everybody should have got a number, not a ticket, but a number that is attached to your ticket. You're not going to win anything, but everybody should have got a number. It should be number 1, 2, or 3. Okay? I'm going to give you one of the first statistics that really got my mind thinking. And remember, we're all between the ages of 13 and 19, so you guys got to play along with me, okay? 1 in 3 girls between the ages of 13 and 19 have been, will be, or have already been in a dating domestic violence relationship. 1 in 3. So everybody that has the number 1, I need you to stand up. Okay, come on, can you raise your hand twice for my colleague? Okay. So 1 in 3 girls between the ages of 13 and 19. So, how many of you guys think, how many people are in here? How many people are here you guys think? I'll say about 25. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people standing. So I want you guys to come up here real quick. Just come up here real quick because I think I have to make this point very valid. Very valid. Miss Coffin, can you come too? You can come on up too, Miss Coffin, because you're standing. We might just skew the numbers a little bit, but it'll work out. Okay, so obviously, all of us knew what the audience looked like when we were sitting, right? Yeah. Do you see the audience now? Yeah. So the next time you go to the Wrong Braves game, the next time you go to the fair, which is coming up in a couple weeks, look at girls who are between the ages of 13 and 19 and count for them like this. 1, 2, 3. She has possibly been a case of domestic violence. 1, 2, 3. She has possibly been a case of domestic violence. 1, 2, 3. She has possibly been a case of domestic violence. 1, 2, 3. She has possibly been a case of domestic violence. And I can go all around the room. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. And sir, thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, let's be honest. How many of us knew that? And I'm going to get in your face, and I'm going to be real. Your granddaughter, your niece, your nephew, your daughter, your next door neighbor, somebody in your life has been a victim of teenage dating domestic violence in more than one way. And you didn't even know it. My parents didn't even know it. And guess what? I didn't even know it until I became an adult and I got married. And I realized that my husband spoke to me in the manner that he was supposed to speak to me. And my first boyfriend didn't.
All right.
So I didn't see the light. I didn't see the difference. And I'm so glad that as Harold talked about self-care. I'm so glad Uncle Warren, he didn't say these words properly, but I wrote it down, setting proper boundaries. Those are the words, those are the things that happen. So I just want to go ahead and give you a couple of more statistics, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about the different kinds of abuse, okay?
All right.
So here's another statistic. So I said 1 of 3 girls will be, have been, or are going to be a victim of domestic violence before they reach the age of 19. Of those 1 out of 3, only 33% of those girls told anybody. 33%. 1 out of 4 girls say they went further sexually because they felt pressure. So maybe they just wanted to hold their boyfriend hand. And I'm going to be real in your face. Maybe they just wanted to kiss him. Maybe they wanted to do other things. But because they didn't do that self-care, and because they didn't set those proper boundaries, they went further. 6 out of 10 girls, which is 60%, and I do not want to make it seem as though girls got it going on. Because guess what? We are sometimes we are the offenders of dating violence. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that later. But 6 out of 10, so 60% of sexual abuse occurs at home, at a friend or relative's house. Guess what? Not in a dark alley.
That's right. That's right.
Not at the football game, behind the bleachers. I always remember my mom was like, don't go behind the bleachers. Okay, but really? Okay, I didn't. But really, it happens in broad daylight. And sometimes we, as a society of people, are too scared to say anything. Have you all seen that show of What Would You Do on ABC? And there was actually a case where the presenter had somebody on purpose be in a domestic violence relationship in public. And out of those people that walked by, 62% of people walked by and didn't say anything. Why? There's a little Kermit the Frog thing that now on social media, they'll say such and such happened, but they ain't none of my business. So we feel sometimes that this is none of our business. Another statistic is, get this, youth involved in same-sex relationships, we know what that is, let's not hide it, are just as likely to experience dating violence as well.
All right.
And then, get this was very shocking to me, 50% of adult abusers commit their first abuse before the age of 18. So obviously it was happening when they were younger, and obviously they saw it, and they thought it was the right thing to do. So what I need is 4 volunteers to come up here really, really quick. 4 volunteers really quick. Okay, Mercedes, Traisha, Miss Sadie, thank you, and Miss Nichols, since you get the gun out, so come on up here. Okay, we're going to talk about the 4, if you guys can line up straight across there, we're going to talk about the 4 different kinds of dating violence, okay? Thank you, Miss Nichols. Doesn't she look good coming on up here? All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just going to give you this, maybe you can hold it. Give you this one. You guys are perfect. Now I'm thinking of this. There are 4 different kinds of dating violence. And I don't even think we realize it. So whoever has the verbal abuse, it just happened to be you. I need you to flip to your next page and give give the audience an example of what dating domestic violence is, and then next you can pass it to Charlisha. And Charlisha's going to explain what she has, Mercedes, and then Miss Sadie. Miss Sadie. Okay, here we go.
I have examples of dating domestic violence or verbal abuse. Number one, yelling, making threats. Number two, name calling, such as stupid, fat, ugly. Number three, blaming. If you weren't so ugly, maybe I would take you in public with me. And the last one, threats. I'll kill you. I'll tell your deepest, darkest secrets. I'll flatten your tires.
So this is all verbal abuse. It happens. The one that really, really got to me is, if you weren't so fat, if you weren't so ugly, maybe I'll take you out in public. When abuse starts, it starts verbally and emotionally. Because in order for a man or a woman to actually hit somebody, they have to bring you down emotionally first. So obviously, some men will just, or women, will come up and just punch you in the eye and not think anything about it. But it comes slowly and surely. And I think Traisha has emotion, and this is going to shock you guys by emotional abuse.
I have examples of emotional abuse. Number one, I thought he/she just loved me a lot because they told me what to wear. Number two, I also thought it was cute because he was also possessive and jealous when I hung around my friends, especially other boys. It ain't cute now though. Number three, I am forbidden to spend time with my friends and especially my family. Number four, my partner even threatens to hurt me if I leave him.
So Traisha said, we're just going to say he, because there's more women in the room, okay? Traisha said, I thought he just loved me a lot because he told me what to wear. In a relationship, a lot of times, particularly with young teenage girls, you guys have all been there. They're vulnerable. When they get their first boyfriend, their second boyfriend, whatever he says goes. And he is like this round and ray of sunshine when we see him. And so he might start off by saying, baby, that blue skirt you got on, I don't like it. And I just want it to be for my eyes only. So hey, as a young teenage girl, I'm thinking, okay, really? He just wants to see me in that for himself. He don't want nobody else looking at me. And as sometimes we accept that. The second thing was, I also thought it was cute because he was always possessive and jealous when I hung around my friends, my family, and then especially boys. She thought it was cute then, but it ain't cute now. Thirdly, I'm forbidden to spend time with my friends and especially my family. Why? Well, obviously, our family knows everything that's going on. So if I walk in my grandmother's house and she didn't see me in a long time, and I'm always nice to you, okay? All right. We go back and forth, all right? But if my personality is different when I come in your house, what would be a different personality for me, Grandma? Not talking? Okay, here we go. So if I go into my grandmother's house, any family member's house, and I'm not talking, something is going on. And girls, parents, grandmas, neighbors, we have to be alert. Somebody else said that. I think Uncle Mama said, you have to be alert. I learned so much from every lesson that compels to what I'm saying today. But be alert and be aware and watch what's going on. Mercedes, you have visible abuse. And this is the one that everybody just thinks they're going to see a black eye. But it's not the case always.
Amen. I have examples of physical abuse. Physical abuse is any intentional use of physical force. Hitting, shoving, biting, strangling, kicking, spitting, punching, use of any weapon.
So, initially, it might start off, I ain't gonna run into you, come on, Mercedes, come up here. Initially, it might start off like, Mercedes make me mad.